Hours left.
मैं आपको फोन कर दूं, मैं बिजी जरा.
Would that work?
Yeah, Karuna, you can start.
Just 1 second. Okay. Okay, frame final है?
Fine, मेरा final.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Kirloskar, to talk about... 1 second. Mr. Kirloskar, it's a pleasure to have you on board for this exciting conversation. Now, first things first, I'd like to know, we often hear words like circularity, net zero, carbon neutral. These are terms which have been hammered, and talked about for so many years and at so many occasions as well. Is it easier than done for conventional and legacy companies? What is your sense?
Well, climate change is there for real. If you look around the world, look at the glaciers, you look at the changes in weather that we're experiencing around the world, climate change is there for sure. And if we don't take actions within our lifestyles, within our businesses, within large industries and the whole ecosystem, this is going to get worse. So there are very many ways you can attack the problem. You can call it, what's a circular economy? How do you reuse, recycle, all that? But I think finally, in the ultimate thing is to use less energy. Number one, to have less carbon coming out, to use less water resources, to have less bad substances going into the air or into the ground. I think it's a combination of all these, and that's what it really means, whether you talk of net zero or a circular economy or anything like that. Now, you asked how do companies, how do individuals go about it? I'll tell you what we are doing as a company, and then I'll tell you what is my core idea on how to make the change. For us, there are three areas that we work on. One is the product, that is the cars itself. How do you manufacture cars or the product itself, which uses lower fuel, lower natural resources, and emits less? That's one area, and we're going in that direction. Second is the whole production process itself, right from the raw material to the finished product. How it is processed, how's the energy used in that, and how we can reduce the carbon content and the water content in this entire process. And the third, of course, is society itself. How does one change society to behave in a better manner so that you use less carbon? So these are the sort of the three areas I look at, and we as a company and we as a group look at, and I can give you examples on all three.
But before we delve deeper into examples, I want to know the India Inc. perspective. What is it that India is doing right when it comes to circular economy, or when it comes to reducing your carbon footprint? And what are the key areas that need more focus or that look as challenges at this juncture?
I, as a company, can do, as a large company, what we are doing. And in our production processes, we are pretty close to zero carbon. We use probably the least amount of energy for producing a car than anywhere in the world. We are more than 100% on renewable energies in our factory. We use zero fresh water. The only fresh water we use is for canteen. The rest is recirculated, recycled, cleaned, as well as we use a lot of rainwater harvesting. Same thing regarding plastics and various other issues. So I look at what I can do rather than what India Inc. can do, and I try to teach people what we are doing, and our work in this field is open to everyone. We've started this work more than 10 years ago on how to go to zero net carbon and zero net water, and it's been effective. The second thing we are doing is we've set up an eco park. It's about a 25-acre eco park, which has variety of sections on teaching children to be aware of the environment. What are the different issues in the environment? And we also teach them what does it mean to be what does circular economy mean? Till now, we have trained about 30,000 children, school children, and that is increasing. I firmly believe a behavioral change in our society is one of the key ways you can go towards environmental change. So we are teaching the kids, and we are seeing this effect also in their homes. We monitor it. I don't like to spend money without seeing the end effect and the end result of what we are doing. The way we approached our whole carbon reduction process also was by teaching all our team members what is the effect of carbon in their future. What is the effect on their children? What will climate change, how will climate change will affect them in the future? And that's how we got a mindset change, that let us look for every single item, whether it is one watt or one light bulb or something big, in reduction of energy and reduction of water resources and better use of water resources. And so that's how we got. So for me, essentially, it is a thought process change that is required amongst everyone, and then a behavioral change. Science is available, innovation is available, ideas are available, and you require a lot of money to do big steps. But in an industry like manufacturing, like a car industry, it is possible to continuously improve with very high return on investment as well. We are finding that going towards carbon neutral, all our actions are resulting in cost saving and a good return on investment.
Can you tell us how are the policy incentives proved useful in this journey?
It's too huge an issue for just policy incentives. I think you need education of people more than policy incentives. How will you educate people on reducing the water in your house or reducing the electricity in your house? I think you have to start at that level. How do you keep your street clean? How do you segregate your waste? How do you use less waste? How do you use less plastic? I think it's a matter of education first. Only if we can educate on that and learn ourselves and show others, then any policy initiative will be helpful. But in any case, there are some large industries which are difficult to change. There's the power sector where we are using primarily coal. We need to incentivize that to go to super clean coal technology, which is developed. Also, there's a potential use of hydrogen in fertilizer plants, in steel plants. That requires big money, and that does require policy or monetary incentive. So I think there are areas which are difficult to do without a monetary or policy incentive, which we need to do. And there are areas where one can do ourselves through education.
Okay, right. Any roadblocks other than this that you foresee, other than creating awareness and educating the masses?
It's a mental roadblock. A mental roadblock with every person. You have to get over that.
Right. Okay. What about R&D investments, how can we navigate the gaps in R&D that is needed to propel the adaptation of circularity at scale?
See, the moment you say, I need to get clean, innovations happen. Then you put up targets. You look at what you're doing, what is your target. You don't have to have a ultimate target. You can have a target where you improve every year. And innovations come out of that. R&D gets geared towards fulfilling that target, the difference between where you are and where you want to be. And that's, again, I think it's a thinking process, which has to be clearly appreciated. I think lowering the use of energy, lowering the use of carbon reduces your costs. So that's a great motivation, especially in manufacturing.
Okay, well said. But what do you think is at stake when it comes to industries which are perhaps late or delayed in getting on the circularity bandwagon?
Stake is the future generations. So I think people have to realize that our future generations are at stake. If the water level goes up by 2-3 feet in the oceans, a country like Maldives may get wiped out. I think these are the things which are at stake. And as we get aware and appreciate that, I think people will take action faster.
Has there been any progress on standardizing a framework for impact measurement?
Now, impact measurement is very simple. Like I said, first is how much carbon you're reducing. It's easy to measure. What are your volatile chemicals which you are emitting from your facility? You can measure that almost every day. Okay, and are you reducing it? How much water you are using? Can you reduce it? I mean, how much plastic you're using. If I'm using 10 kilos today, can I make it 9.5 kilos next month? I think it's not so difficult to measure the impact.
But does a concept like circular initiatives, does it have a sound economic rationale?
That's what I said. No, in our case, all our investments in reduction of carbon, in the circular economy, have given us direct benefit on the bottom line.
But how do you explain that to MSMEs? Because adapt.
It's the same thing. If you reduce your cost, if I use less power, if I waste less, I will reduce my cost.
How long do you think it's going to take for adapting this particular initiative and adapting this way of doing business?
I think when people realize that their children's futures may be affected, the faster they will act on it.
All right, Mr. Kirloskar, thank you so much for taking time out and chatting with us on such an important topic.
Thank you. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much. We'll just do the links.
Yes.
Now, actually, in order to give you a context, this is part of the Sustainability 100 Plus platform. So if you want, I can just scribble a few lines so that you can.
I wanted. That's why I didn't do the introduction then.
Yeah, fair enough. Surely. I'll just quickly scribble it down for you.
Yeah.
Karuna, in the meantime, can you re-record the first 3 questions? It was
First
lagging.
3?
Yeah, first 3 questions. It was lagging actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Abhishek, I'm just muting you, huh? Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Circularity, net zero, carbon. Oh, okay. Circularity, net zero, carbon neutrality. Now, these are the terms which we've discussed time and again over the last many years. Is it easier said than done when it comes? Sorry. Circularity, net zero, carbon neutrality. Now, these are terms we've been talking about time and again for the last many years. But is it easier said than done, though, for conventional legacy companies? I've said companies instead of industries. Is that okay? Hello?
Sorry, I missed that.
I said companies instead of industries. Is that okay, or should I take that question again?
Just take it one more time. It's fine.
Okay. Circularity, net zero, carbon neutrality. Now, these are terms that we've been discussing time and again for the last many years. But is it easier said than done when it comes to conventional or legacy industries? Before we talk about that, I want to know the overall India Inc. perspective. What is it that India is doing right, and what are perhaps some potential challenges or roadblocks that you foresee in adapting this circularity? Third. Are there any policy Are there also any policy incentives which have helped eliminate any headwinds? Are there any policy incentives as well which have helped eliminate the headwinds that prevent circularity? Okay. Can I do the intro now?
Yes. I was just trying to get one line on Mr. Kirloskar and his connection with Karnataka, because this focus is on the state of Karnataka.
Sorry?
This current conversation is for sustainability 100 plus, and the focus for the summit is the state of Karnataka. So I was just trying to get one line on Kirloskar and the Karnataka connection. I've got the Karnataka context ready for you. I'll type it in the chat box.
Yeah, the whole thing, no?
Yeah. So Mr. Kirloskar actually lives in Bangalore. So hence we have invited him. So that is the context.
We are amid the Karnataka State Summit, part of our programming plan where we look at different states and their sustainability. Also, we have the Sustainability 100 Awards brewing to help us identify some of the best case studies. More on that later. Let's jump into the circular economy, the topic we will expand on today. Karnataka is improved. Ari, this is very long. How am I supposed to say it?
You shorten it. Don't have to be verbatim.
किर्लोस्कर का डेजिग्नेशन क्या है?
As in different places have a different designation. He's chairman and managing director, and then somewhere it's vice president. So I'm not sure. Let me
Yeah,
just
how
go
do
to
I
the-
introduce him?
No, Abhishek. Abhishek, we have to use Vice Chairman Toyota Kirloskar Motors.
Vice Chairman.
Toyota Kirloskar Motors.
Vikram Kirloskar. So I'm eliminating the Karnataka stats, huh? Niti Aayog goals and all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's give it a shot. It's very okay. We're recording, right?
Yeah, it's rolling. Go ahead.
We are amid the Karnataka. No, wait. Is it money control? Should I say welcome to money control or something?
No. You can just say we are actually in the Karnataka State Summit with on the Sustainability 100 Plus platform with
Okay.
ABinbev, if you can say that.
Okay. Hi everyone, we are amid the Karnataka State Summit, part of our programming plan where we look at different states and their sustainability. In fact, we also have the sustainability. Hi everyone, we are amid the Karnataka State Summit, part of our programming where we look at different states and their sustainability. We also have the Sustainability 100 Plus Awards brewing up. Oh God. Hi guys, we are amid the Karnataka State Summit, part of our programming plan where we look at various states of the country and their sustainability. Also, we have the Sustainability 100 Plus Awards brewing to help us identify some of the best case studies. More on that later. Hi guys, we are amid the Karnataka State Summit, part of our programming plan where we look at different states and their sustainability. Also, we have the Sustainability 100 Plus Awards brewing to help us identify some of the best case studies. More on that later. Now let's jump on to circular economy, the topic that we will be discussing today with Mr. Vikram Kirloskar. He's the Vice Chairman of... oh God.
No, continue.
Yeah. Hi guys, we are amid the Karnataka State Summit, part of our programming plan where we look at different states and their sustainability. Also, we have the Hi guys, we are amid the Karnataka State. Hi guys, we are amid the Karnataka State Summit, part of our programming plan where we look at various states and their sustainability. Also, we have the Sustainability 100 Plus Awards brewing to help us identify some of the best case studies. More on that later, but first let's jump on to our topic of the day, which is circular economy. And to discuss that and more, let me welcome Mr. Vikram Kirloskar on board. He's the Vice Chairman of Toyota Kirloskar Motors. Mr. Kirloskar, pleasure to have you here with us. Okay.
Yeah. One goodbye link I'll scribble that also down.
Yeah.
That I'll keep short. Don't worry.
Do you need to script it or can I do a generic goodbye?
You can give a generic goodbye. We just mentioned that we have a discussion on the Sustainability 100 Awards next. Stay tuned.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kirloskar, on that note, many thanks for joining in for this very insightful and engaging conversation on circularity. But guys, stay tuned because we have the Sustainability 100 discussion up next.
100 awards, Sustainability 100 Plus Awards.
100 plus.
Awards. She said 100 plus, but she didn't say awards.
Nahi, what do I have to say?
Just say that we have the Sustainability 100 Awards, 100 Plus Awards
Coming up
discussion next. Yes.
Okay. Discussion, awards discussion.
Correct. I'll
Okay,
type it
Mr.
here.
Okay. No, that's fine. All right, Mr. Kirloskar, then thank you so much for joining in for this insightful and engaging conversation on circularity. But guys, I urge you to stay tuned because we have a very insightful. All right, Mr. Kirloskar, many thanks for joining us for this engaging conversation on circularity. But guys, I urge you to stay on with us. We have a very exciting discussion coming up on Sustainability Plus 100 Awards. Okay?
No, it's sustainability 100 plus.
Oh God. Okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
Plus 100 bol diya. On that note, Mr. Kirloskar, many thanks for taking time out and joining us for this engaging conversation. And guys, I urge you to stay on with us. We have a very exciting discussion coming up on Sustainability 100 Plus Awards.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, yeah,
Thanks for your
sorry.
time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Pubali, we good?
Thank you. Thanks, Pubali. We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.